want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Yeah, sure.
So everybody was like, "Oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma." Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. It just happens.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
The mistake really is there's too much BS floating out there, and now it's out of our hands. There's no way to control it, so now they're saying they're going to control it. I want to see what they're going to do.
My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House complex.
All right. What'd she say?
What in the world did the View team say in their latest ramblings? With just the right blend of fire and comedy, how did Bill Maher and Karoline Leavitt respond? Buckle up. This one's going to be a wild ride. We've got every juicy nugget and mic drop moment covered. We last checked in on The View's wailing sirens not too long ago. You'd think they'd have calmed down by now, but nope. They're still serving up peak-level woke absurdity.
We have got to get past this endless, unforgiving, zero-tolerance mindset bent on punishing and disappearing anyone caught saying the wrong thing. The right response to speech you don't like is more...
The ladies of The View aren't exactly thrilled with Bill Maher's left-leaning politics. But what's got them in full outrage? Mode is his recent dinner with President Trump. Whoopi Goldberg was so livid about Maher in a recent episode, so offended that she wouldn't even say his name. She was furious that he had dared to sit down with their #1 public enemy. You might be wondering, what's the big deal about Bill Maher preaching unity and calling for us to set aside ideological differences?
And take him seriously and take him literally.
I don't think that we have to. I think it would be remiss of us to not say Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes.
He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just
But can I mention one thing?
Whoopi's over-the-top outburst was only the opening act to a full-blown character assassination aimed at Bill Maher. She couldn't handle the fact that Maher had committed what she saw as the ultimate betrayal, sharing a meal with someone they've spent years vilifying. To Whoopi and her co-hosts, it wasn't just dinner. It was blatant, unforgivable treachery. And in their eyes, no amount of free speech or clever comedy could ever redeem such an act.
Hey, you be so flippant, man. Listen, nobody on the planet really wants to go through this. This is not something we're doing because it's, sexually gratifying. This is what we're doing to protect our families. And you don't have to do it, but stay away from it.
On a recent episode of Real Time with Bill Maher, the EEO comedian responded with his trademark blend of sarcasm and stinging critique, aimed directly at Whoopi Goldberg and anyone else losing their minds over his White House visit. If you know Maher, you knew he wasn't going to let this one go. And he absolutely delivered. He torched their outrage with his signature unapologetic, razor-sharp wit, making it clear he neither wanted nor needed their approval.
As you know, 12 days ago I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every...
Before launching into his takedown of Whoopi Goldberg, Maher reminded viewers that democracy still matters, and disagreement isn't hatred. Civil discourse means hearing other views without losing your mind. But the ladies of The View seem to have abandoned that idea. Maher wasn't just defending himself, he was defending the right to disagree.
He's right, then why didn't people vote for the former prosecutor who actually had policy plans to help the working class?
Sure, and I know as I say that, millions of liberal sphincters just tightened. Oh my God, Bill, are you going to say something nice about him? What I'm going to do is report exactly what happened. You decide what you think about it. And if that's not enough pure Trump hate for you, I don't know.
Whoopi even compared Trump to Kamala Harris, hinting she wished the VP had invited Maher instead. If that were the case, she'd probably have hosted the after-party. Maher's praise, had it been for a Democrat, would have been cheered. But since it was for Trump, it became treason. This wasn't about values, it was pure partisanship.
Talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Sure.
So everybody was like, "Oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma." First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no fucking thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. It just happened to coincide. But can I just say this? I had on last week Ira Glasser, former longtime head of the ACLU, talking about free speech. Whoopi Goldberg, who, by the way, I hope is still a friend, we can disagree with each other, should not be canceled or put off her show, as much as I totally disagree with her crazy statement. Free speech. She should be there. She shouldn't get a timeout.
This is why Bill Maher stands out. He defends free speech even when the mob turns on him. After Whoopi mocked him, Maher fired back, calm but firm. He didn't play victim, just stood by his principles. In today's media landscape, that kind of backbone is rare, and it left even some of Whoopi's supporters calling for accountability.
Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
Oh yes, did Bill Maher really compare himself to a lion and Whoopi Goldberg to a hunter? You can criticize Maher all you want, but the man knows how to paint a picture. And in this weird media circus, he wasn't entirely wrong. In the end, it wasn't the lion who limped away. It was the hunter. Whoopi came in like a self-righteous predator, guns blazing, ready to take down the traitor. But Maher flipped the script, and instead of retreating, he roared back with wit and firepower she clearly didn't see coming. Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, was just getting started.
You know, we have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex and all of this other BS.
Karoline Leavitt nailed it. Modern wokeness has morphed from a movement for compassion into a toxic force of suppression, division, and identity obsession. Media favors narratives over truth, universities push indoctrination, and politics is all virtue signaling. Even healthcare isn't safe from ideology. This isn't just cultural drift, it's a crisis. Whoopi Goldberg now represents an agenda that shuts down real debate. Instead of promoting dialogue, celebrity platforms are being used to silence dissent. This performative, fractured culture is quietly tearing society apart.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help. Think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
Karoline Leavitt absolutely wiped the floor with those loud-mouthed banshees. And let's be honest, they had it coming for years. The View's hosts have been misleading their loyal, misinformed audience with half-truths, spin, and pure nonsense, all dressed up as feel-good wisdom. They once hailed Joe Biden as America's saving grace, even as it became painfully clear he was struggling cognitively in real time. Then came Kamala Harris, whom they painted as the savior of democracy, despite the fact she can barely string together a coherent sentence without sounding lost in a word salad. But Leavitt came armed with spine, clarity, and cold hard facts. She shattered their delusions on live television. Whoopi tried to clap back in her usual fashion, But Leavitt's response was on another level.
White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt announced that the Associated Press has been banned from the Oval Office for not honoring the recent renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Take a look. The mistake really is there's too much BS floating out there, and now it's out of our hands. There's no way to control it, so now they're saying they're going to control it. I want to see what they're going to do.
My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House.
With calm precision and sharp clarity, Karoline Leavitt delivered a takedown that shook Wokeville. It wasn't just a rebuttal, it was a direct strike on media hypocrisy. At her press conference, she didn't hold back, reminding the nation that true leadership means standing by your principles, not pleasing the crowd. Whoopi Goldberg's meltdown over a simple dinner exposed the intolerance of those who preach unity but reject differing views. Alongside Bill Maher, Leavitt shattered the elite media's illusions. This wasn't just a viral moment. It was a cultural wake-up call. The tide is turning, and the truth is hitting back. So what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to Daily Finder.